So like every episode, like 1 in 6, I start the videos out. I start the first video out on my crossbar, on my media bar, of my PS4, and it tells them who all is playing God of War. It ain't ever you, even though technically speaking, you're supposed to be playing side by side alongside with me. My PlayStation says that you are not playing God of War.
Never. I've never played God of War. What's God of War? What is God of War? Okay, it seems like it's working now.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not the best fight to shake off the dust with, but here we go.
You sound tired.
I mean, oh Lord.
Oh! You got hit real hard?
I mean, every hit hits hard, to be fair.
Twice.
Just
you
two
had
hits?
2 of them.
So I'm gonna give this like 3 earnest tries, and then I'm gonna go like do other stuff on Midgard. And I might come back to it.
The wild part about 3 earnest tries is that means you could be here for like 7 attempts, if not 14 or 15. Because an earnest try means you get
further
close to
than
halfway,
just
if not over halfway.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna finish this broccoli and
Because this one doesn't seem like it's taking that many hits to get their health down. It's just they hit really hard.
Real hard. All right. Oh my gosh. We are starting. This is later. This is we're recording on Thanksgiving. Well, nope, it's not.
No, it's no longer Thanksgiving.
Morning after. It's the morning after, but it's effectively still Thanksgiving. I started the episode by eating ham cooked by my cousin-in-law. It is salty. That is not her fault. That is just the nature of ham.
That is the nature of ham.
She's. If you have had to rank cooks on a scale of 1 to 3, this bed looks like shit. Oh my God, that looks uncomfortable. Oh my God of War, that looks uncomfortable. No one's happy with me right now. But that's the nature of ham. I am not a super fan of pork in general. There are cuts of pork that I think are delicious. Shredded pork for barbecue purposes is enough to.
Given how hard I was going, I'm gonna say that's good for that, because that's a lot. That's a lot to expect from a person to just get a chunk of health. So I am gonna come back to these, because I imagine these are like the Valkyrie fights for this game. Like, I think you are correct about that.
About what?
About these being the Valkyrie fights for the game.
Ah.
And like with the Valkyrie fights, I had to wait until the in-game content.
Because you just didn't have what you needed to finish it, to do it properly.
Oh, I found out something about armor in the in-game.
Yeah.
Apparently, in the in-game, you can wear whatever armor you want. Like, if you like a specified, like, armor's, like, perks,
Yeah.
more than others, you can wear that one and make it look like a different one.
Oh, that's a spoiler.
But only in the end game, which I'd like to know why that's how they did that. Like,
Decisions were made.
because I in my head it's like that doesn't really affect anything like for the story.
No, it really doesn't. Well, this place is empty. I feel I feel oddly in
Yeah.
danger.
It is really weird to see these places that you saw in the first game just,
In
different.
a completely different state, yeah.
Yeah. Like, because I've seen several places, I'm like, wait, we were here before in the other game, weren't we?
I do still find it wild that there are people who were like, and we've mentioned this before. Hold on. I'm curious, was that like a Marvel reference? Telling Thor to go smash something? Or was it just like a very to the point kind of statement?
Smash.
My name is Atreus.
I suck dick and kick ass. I'm all out of dick. I realize this is not the way they want me to transverse this, but this is how I'm doing
That
it.
must be Tyr's helmet from his statue.
Win minds, not wars.
Tyr understood the greatest fight of them all was the battle for people's hearts and minds. Too bad Tyr has no interest in doing either these days.
Kratos, a raider encampment.
Shall we take care of them, brother? You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
You're on fire, Kratos. It will pass. It's not happening, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. The only time buying resurrection stones seem to make sense to me is if I know a boss fight is coming.
Hold on. Obviously, right? The wild part about this is, I'm about to say, we're just children.
Steady your guard!
So, like, the only other person that would have made sense was Finn. The only other person that would have made sense, like, to say that and it not be Thor would have been Lady Sif. Interesting. Interesting. Specifically. Can I walk past that, please? Jeez, come on. What is the deal here? But yeah, the only other person they could have sent me with was Lady Sif, and the idea of him sending her, yeah, that made sense. It's not even like at a point where it feels like, oh, I can't believe they did this. Oh, yeah, that's kind of expected. I won't be surprised if at some point, Thrud and Agrabota and Angaboda see each other at some point. I was like, I forgot that. I was genuinely trying to get somebody to shoot arrows, and I forgot I was playing with the person that shoots the arrow. The thrill of the kill, the smell of the chase. You don't believe the truth. Gotcha. Moving the fuck on. So earlier today, did you understand that I was parodying Riding Dirty?
Yeah.
Did that come through? Okay, good. And we both agreed that it
worked. It definitely worked.
It did. But we both agreed that it was not something that needed to continue.
No. The world is not ready for such things.
Like, it was there. It's like, oh, this does fit. I'm like, okay, well, no.
Oh god, they hit so hard.
Yeah, they don't like you. They've heard about what you're capable of.
And they came prepared.
I like that she was sweet enough to be like, I won't kill them because you can do the thing. So cool. I can't school. I like you. You're cute. You're a boy, and there aren't many boys around here that I'm into. I mean, God, like, what's your name? Loki? What a dumb name. Come here and kiss me. Oh man, Christina Applegate has multiple sclerosis.
That's not good.
Just like a Hollywood star, have to have a bunch of everything. I am sorry.
In the there was a message where you were like, I have a muse about Kratos' skin the next time we record.
Oh! I know front like the messenger mic wasn't picking up properly. Like it was like clipping in and out, and I didn't understand what the fuck you were talking about. But yes, I have a thought. Just give me a second, because they're talking. I'm both. I am full of shit and a hypocrite. Not about this. True. He has maybe. Okay, so Mark. Kratos' skin is covered in the ashes
of his dead loved ones.
Of his dead wife and child. Let's assume, because there's no reason to not assume that this is the case, that's his entire body, right?
Uh-huh.
You know where this is going already, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So that includes, like, I'm gonna bury the lead here. So that also probably includes his butthole, right?
Yes.
Like the inside of his butt cheeks.
His
So when he,
urethra, his butthole.
yeah,
his...
so when he
These were
poops,
coal raiders.
like, I don't know if your urethra counts. I'm pretty sure that's skin, but I'm pretty sure that's just skin. Ugh, I don't like it. So like when he poops, he has to wipe shit
The coal
off of his
raiders
dead wife and daughter.
the way
Uh-huh.
we've
In
abused
theory, in theory.
In a game
Perhaps we
theory,
should do
yeah.
something about
But that also means, and we know that this is the case because Atreus exists. Every time he fucks somebody,
Uh-huh.
he was shoving the ashes of his dead wife and child into some, I don't want to refer to them all as whores, but into some chick's soppy wet cunt. Including
When you saw her last.
She's still incorporeal
Luffy.
ever since Kratos set her free of her corrupted form.
So I'm curious,
She hasn't let that stop her from helping.
because I have to be curious.
The truth is,
Did Luffy understand that that like what he was? Like, did she understand that he had the ashes all over him?
Yourself again would surely
And did she understand that that meant that if he put his penis inside of her, that he would be fucking her with the ashes of his ex-wife?
Yeah, because the thing is like, people from his, place of residence specifically, at the very least, like, they knew.
oracles of your land.
Yeah, they had to.
They manipulated events. Did they have an agenda?
And with that being said, it's not just a matter of like Faye, but also in the other games he was already the ghost of Sparta.
Yeah.
So,
strange.
and in those other games we have sex as Kratos.
Several times, yes.
Yeah,
We've gone
which
over that part.
which is something I will never like not talk about because it's not in these games, but I understand why. Because when the hell was Kratos gonna like have time to?
It's like, hey, Atreus, chill over here for.
I'll be back, like a real black dad.
Go make some arrows,
yeah.
son.
Yeah, go in there and do something.
Anyway.
So yeah, that's my thing. It's just, I find it interesting at the very least.
Oh God.
You cannot push this on your own. You are going to shit yourself.
But yeah, that's a interesting thing to think about.
It's not even something I would necessarily say something we should think about, but we've thought about it.
It is true. Like,
Yeah,
the things
yeah.
you've used are correct. Like,
Yeah.
because the ashes are on his skin.
Mm-hmm. And he has put that skin inside of a woman's vagina.
And I'm imagining that him and his wife kissed. So
It's another piece of
So she is like had them ashes in her mouth.
yeah.
And I wonder, like, because I assume for Kratos, sex is yet another opportunity to, like, prove thyself.
Yeah.
So I get the feeling that, like, there wasn't a lot of foreplay. Like, there just wasn't. It was just raw fucking to prove a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in the other in the sex mini games, it was a lot of headboard shaking. Like he was body rocking, knocking the boots in them games. Because like I think because the thing was you never saw anything happening. It was the idea of what was going on was that you could always see
Something inside.
like something on something nearby vibrating or shaking. Like, cause the thing is in the first game. Cause I think it's in the first game. There's candles. Yeah. It's candles, and as like you do a good job, and as you do a good job, like the wet wax on the candle starts kind of like spurting all over the place, Yeah, like, I ain't got it. Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you because I couldn't think of the words. Yeah, that is So, and I think, cause in fucking, in what was it? In God of War 3, you're fucking Aphrodite. And in that one, you have two topless maidens watching y'all fuck. And if you do good enough, if you complete the minigame and you do it properly, the two, the thing I like the most about it is like one's white and one's black. And I don't think they're both topless, but there's some titties out, I know that much. And if you do it properly, what ends up happening is they get so overwhelmed by lust that one of them tackles the other one to the floor.
Yeah. This is a very different game.
Yes, it is. Like, this is more of a family game. Are you my son? My name is Atreus. I really would like for you to not. Oh man, I'm a pervert. I would like all my friends know this already. Like nothing, like no one's surprised by the fact that I thought about that. But I did think about it.
Oh, we could climb a shield.
Yes, you can climb it multiple times. But yeah, it's a weird engine. It's a weird concept. It's a strange concept. But the stranger part, in my opinion, isn't necessarily that he did it, or that that's what's going on. It's that he's okay with it because he has sex multiple times. Like, because
the main thing that's always like bothered me is like the idea that he doesn't seem too concerned with getting them off of his skin.
I would assume that once he like spent a lot of time in water and he got out and he realized that this is just it, like there is no, like it hasn't altered his skin in the slightest, he's aware that it just isn't happening, like it's not coming off.
I want you to pay attention to what I do in a second, because I'd literally turn a corner and die.
What happened? You were standing there and then you laid down. What happened?
An enemy apparently was just around the corner and touched me. He looked at me the wrong way and I didn't like it.
It is what it is, y'all. I would like to say something else real quick as you know, wow, there's a lot of y'all. As unhappy as I've clearly been with some of the experience of this game, only some of it, not all of it. I again watched I was watching the Game Grumps compilations, and I think it was like an Aaron Rage compilation because I just like seeing him mad. And
that's
just like
the only way that I can wait. That's the only way I can watch Game Grumps at this point in my life is compilations.
Yeah, it's not always good when it's just like, oh yeah, here's an episode. And it's not to say that I hate them, because I don't. But I will say that, like, when the first God of War came out back in 2018, having him like try to play it, because again, I'm pretty sure he was playing it for clout because it was popular and everybody, you know, probably he assumed that we all wanted to see him play it.
Yeah.
Or wanted to watch him play it. But it was what it was. He was just like, I don't really care for this game series. And he's just, and it was weird, in my opinion, listening to him explain what it was about the series that he didn't find appealing.
If I remember correctly, that was like the moment you kind of lost respect for Aaron.
That was the moment, like, his opinion meant jack shit to me. But the reason I'm bringing this up is not because that was in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
It is now 2022. Things have changed. So, like, there was another episode after that where he then proceeded to explain what his beef was with the game, as he proceeded to tell people like, he knew that people liked it, and so he tried to not complain. And he tried to not complain about the game. Ooh. But he complained, in his opinion, it's like the idea of what the game is. Meaning it's like, he complained specifically about the moments where you have to like sidle across a, like a ledge, and you have to do it all slow like, because it's building dramatic tension. And so, except for like when you're like backtracking, in that case it's just slow. But he's like, like the idea of the game as far as he was concerned was just all you're doing is going from one location to the next, fighting alls. Like, that was it. Like, you were going from one place to the next. Like, going from one, from one, like, narrow corridor to a big fight arena, and then that was it. And it was like, as far as he was concerned, that was the game. You just did it over and over. And I couldn't help but think, like, at that time, like today that was, this is the same asshole who helped develop a game about dating dads. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, this, mind you, this was after the fact. Like, Dad Simulator or whatever it was called, like, was after God of War. But I still couldn't help but, like, imagine, like, your game isn't really a game. But, like, I'm sure, but you, Dream Daddy, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
But you fucking still, like, it's like, oh no, we did a good job, I'm really proud of what it was, like, but your game isn't even a game. Like, in the sense of, like, when I say it's not a game, I mean, like, this, if I crank the difficulty down, like, y'all seen, like, even on the lowest possible difficulty, this game will still put a foot in your ass. You have to get better. You have to learn how to play it. It requires skill to be good at it. A dating sim, you can literally just go from, yeah. Like, if you fail, do it again, just do something slightly different. Because it's just a matter of, like, selections. And, like, it's hard to, like listen to this dickweed. And, like, keep in mind, like, I have my complaints about God of War 2018. I did, and I have my complaints about Ragnarok. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't. I do. And I definitely have, like, ideas that, would make the game a little bit better, but it's not really here nor there. It's still a video game. It's still a genuine experience. And it's just like, like, because that was the same issue he had with Uncharted 4, was that, in his words, he said that the game looked really, really good, and it was fun to watch it, but then he would actually have to start playing it. And then he, like, you play, and then you get to a cutscene, and it was that. Like, it's... And all I could think is, like, so... are you saying that you just don't like cutscenes in games? Because it seems like that would be way easier to say. Just say you don't like games with cutscenes. Like, you like things like Mega Man. Like, even Mega Man has cutscenes. Yeah. Like, it had, like, the original Mega Man, they have cutscenes. It's not like this well thought out. It's not even like, there's not these well thought out, cinematic experiences. But the idea of, like, I just think, like, this doesn't make a game better. Is like, how would I put this? I don't like spending 100 years learning how to do one thing in a game just to progress. So therefore, I clearly don't like games like Elden Ring, and from software games. Yeah, but I don't have a beef with them.
You understand their place in the world. They're just not for you.
Yeah, I completely understand that they have. I don't like fucking what you call them joints? uh, certain Legend of Zelda games. Like the ones on N64, I fucking hate them. Like I hate the idea of them. I don't like Super Mario 64 at all. I I despise Super Mario Sunshine. But the point is, I'm not like I wish these things didn't exist, or like I just they're not good or they're not this. No, I'm not. I'm not saying any of that, and I totally could. I've clearly had opinions about like well-liked games and well-liked content in certain games that I've openly stated with zero qualms in the past. So I'm not above doing that at all. But there's just something about him being like, oh no, it's like fucking, because all you do is this. You don't do anything else. It's like, it's not fun. It's like, you shut the fuck up. Like, that's all I can think is, just shut the fuck up. Like, your opinion, it's not to say that his opinion is invalid. That opinion specifically feels outstandingly invalid because of what it is and not who it's coming from. It's like it makes no sense, but it feels like he doesn't seem to understand that he likes a very specific type of gameplay, and because like, I guess you could say he doesn't have any artistic integrity because he was only playing the game which he didn't like because he was chasing the trend. Which you could have just not fucking played it if you didn't like it. Was the motherfucker played it for several episodes? Like he played it for at least 6 episodes. That I know for a fact he played for at least 6 episodes. And it's not important. It really isn't important to bring it up, but it bugged me, and I wanted to talk about it because I had an opportunity.
I say it's pretty important.
I thank you. Well,
especially like given how much we talk about how much we dislike Aaron Hansen as a person sometimes.
And it's hey, we haven't done it in a long time.
Yeah.
To be fair. Oh god, that's it. Oh fuck. All right, Mark. God damn. All right. All right, Mark. You want to say anything for the people?
Just have some artistic integrity sometimes.
Yeah, you heard me, man. Y'all get out. I farted.
I figured.
And goddamn. Mark, fuck. Like, I've always thought people were like over exaggerating in situations where like they smell the smell. I was like, I tried to breathe through it. Didn't fucking do it. I did. I tried to like breathe through the stink. Could fucking not do it. It is. I would say it was noxious, but I'll say it was potent. It was a potent stink.
As long as I have like a big open arena to like fight people in, I'm
You'll be
pretty
okay.
Because as long as I can spread them out, like, I'm pretty okay.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing God of War Ragnarok on PlayStation 4. Because I'm too poor to afford a PS5. Is this?
I saw an article the other day talking about the PS6 already. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
I'm not surprised. Because I can almost guarantee you that article was written by an American. And I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, the only way to truly describe it is Americans want more. It's kind of like getting a ribwitch, or the McRib, I'm sorry. What the fuck is a ribwitch?
That's the thing from Simpsons, I think?
Yeah, it is. Sorry. It's like it's like the day that they're like, oh yeah, the McRib is back. So you go get a McRib, and before you even bite into it, you're like, oh man, I can't wait for them to bring this back next year.
Isn't it having a farewell tour right now, actually?
It might be. I don't fucking know. I don't get to leave the house all that often.
I honestly don't give a fuck. I've never liked the McRib, mind you, so I mean.
It's. I have had it once, maybe, and I'm almost positive I was with you, bro, when I got it.
Can no longer hurt them.
The horrors of our past can be inextricable from the present.
I'm almost positive this is the boat. Like, I'm almost positive. But I can't imagine why the fuck it would have all this shit on it.
Why has it got shit all over it?
I wasn't here. I don't know.
Did you know Jim Carrey wanted Dumb and Dumber 2 to be a horror movie?
No, man, I didn't.
Yes.
Like a
That was
black
a-
horror, like a black horror, like a black comedy horror.
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Nigga.
Which I feel like it would have probably flopped because it would have been ahead of its time.
Is that a frost troll? You won't be happy to see us.
I really like the idea of something being quote unquote ahead of its time. Because that's the most polite way of saying the audience would be too dumb to get it.
I mean, sometimes that's the case, though.
What now?
You know?
Yeah. I get it. I just don't like it.
There's no getting around it. People are just dumb sometimes.
Most of the time.
Most
Actually.
times, actually.
I feel like at some point someone's gonna catch that up, catch the whole me saying that like through this hot, and no one watches this channel. Like we do this for fun, but I thought about it like sometime after I said it, and I thought to myself, if I ever get a halfway decent following, that might come back to bite me in the ass.
You think it's gonna be the
But
thing
I-
to get you canceled?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Of all the things, that won't be the one.
No, not at all. Like I literally said something earlier, like an episode or two ago, where it's like I'm one of those normal people who only believes in the two genders. Dude, that's the shit that'll get me canceled.
Yeah.
But I think the problem with the thing about being canceled is, I think I have to give a fuck about being canceled. Like I have to believe in being canceled to get canceled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I think that's the issue, is that when you accept that being canceled is a probability or even a possibility, and somebody's like, "Oh, we don't like this thing you said," like you start to apologize. But if you're not willing to apologize, you don't really have a problem.
Were the trolls always this easy to beat?
Yeah, that was weird. I almost got him down. I think I almost beat him my first go round, and I only got, the only reason I died is because I got greedy.
Like, as long as I, like, kept my distance, like, I was fine. Like, that fight was nothing.
Like you want to, like I can explain why I felt that way.
Why?
He's fucking massive.
That's fair.
He telegraphed all of his attacks, and it was really easy to get the hell out of the way.
Like, I'm halfway sure if I had gotten hit by him, it would have been over.
It killed you immediately, yes.
But, like, I didn't have to worry about that. I've been noticing this lightning bolt, and I haven't been questioning it, but I'm here now.
My fight with Thor ended bad.
Ah, that's what...
That's where you landed. No wonder there's bits of Tyr's statue all over the lake.
This is where the Thor fight ended, isn't it?
Oh man. But did you have a good Thanksgiving? I'm assuming you did.
Yeah.
So here's another thing I'm gonna say that could get me canceled. Like you sent me a picture of the food, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking at the food that you sent, and I was looking at the spread. I was looking at it,
They were not.
and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
She did.
First thought crossed my mind was
Argued all the
white
while
people.
I should let my
Yeah.
anger go.
Don't know why, but it was first thing that crossed my mind.
It's the first thing I sent you. Mind you, that wasn't like everything because I didn't feel like getting back up. I ended up having to carve the ham, and I was eating the ham as I carved it, which probably didn't
They
help.
let you carve the ham? Oh man, you are a part of the family, huh?
Yeah.
But I hope this fucking doesn't turn out the way the other one did, because you can't
I will
have too
say,
many of
like,
them.
I don't. Not that I'm expecting that, like, you know, they stalk my videos anymore, but I feel far more welcome in this family.
I'm not gonna lie. You said now that I'm expecting. I thought you were gonna say she was pregnant, and I was going to scream.
What the fuck is this?
I loaded the rest of the conversation before you did, before you got a chance to say anything, and I was wrong. And boy, when I tell you I was gonna scream, I would have been mad, and I would have found it fucking hilarious. Like I genuinely would have. I would have been like, ha! He doesn't want kids, and now he's having one. But then I was like, this fucker doesn't even want kids, and now he's having one. That would have been how I felt, Mark. But I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to, because the one thing I understand is that like people tend to. I've had this conversation with several people about the idea that when you're with somebody during a bad situation, what tends to happen is you and that person bond over a shitty situation. Like, let's say, you end up you get out of a bad relationship. You get out of a bad relationship, and then you befriend somebody who is in a really shit relationship, and then you two motherfuckers realize we don't have to do this. And then you
again, because I don't super air out like the things that happen with me. But the thing that I genuinely feel like happened basically with me and the person I was
what's
with.
her face?
Yeah.
What's her face? Wait a minute. Not you. Go ahead.
But basically, the way I feel about it is that like we were both in really terrible situations, and we just like learned to survive by like leaning on each other.
Oh, okay. So god damn it. So I'm gonna say this because like worst they can do is sue me, but I ain't gonna say no names. And I'm about to say some really mean shit, and I'm not about to say it, and it's not. And it's gonna be mean because it's mean. It's not gonna be mean because like you're my friend and like my brother and shit. No, it ain't that. I was just about to say it because I'm an armchair psychologist, and honestly, I think motherfuckers who like. I think it's good that people go to college to understand like how the human mind works, but I also think that it's possible that you can learn a lot of that shit without it. Just pay attention to people, like a litany of people, a lot of people,
Given
and
that
you'll
I've
start
never
to
been
learn
college
how.
day in my life, and
Yeah, it's something that you can pick up on as you go through life. My opinion of her as life went on, like as I got to know her a little bit more, and I started to like, I got to know you. Yeah, my opinion of her became she was the fat girl in high school that nobody wanted to fuck. And then somebody came along and was like, "Yeah, fuck that noise. I like you for you." So the only thing they could do at that point was they latched the entire fuck on to that person. Like that's what they did. Now I could be wrong. They could have been like the exact opposite. They could have fucked a plenty in school, but it was the only reason people liked them was because they were struggling to find affection and love, and the only way they knew to get it was with the series of holes they were born with. I could be wrong. I don't fucking know. I don't know this person like that. It's I'm guessing. But giving how what happened, it seemed like that's exactly what it might have been. It was the idea that I don't have to have the weird broken boy anymore. I have someone who likes me who's fucking normal and cute and not fat, and I don't have to blah blah blah. I chose to stop because I didn't want to continue to insult you.
that's right.
And like so immediately jump ship. Immediately. As soon as she fucking could. Jump ship.
As soon as options are available.
Yeah. As soon as options were available. Now with that being said, I came up with a theory. And the theory is that you fuck yourself. We'll talk about that shit later. Off camera. Because I was having this conversation with somebody else. Okay. Thrud was having a problem. She didn't know if she was coming or going. And I was like, uh-oh. With that being said, like, y'all, there have been more updates, and I have continued to decline the motherfucker. Until, like, the updates that come out.
Specify something like special.
Yes. Yeah, unless it's important. Wait. Is that the thing? No. What the fuck is that? Oh, I thought that was the animal from The Last Guardian.
The Last Guardian.
But yeah, and yeah, I cannot stress enough. I don't know that person
Like
to
that.
say these things, so I could be completely wrong. But I saw her, and this is one of those things where it's like, why didn't you say this beforehand? Wasn't my place. I didn't give a shit. I can't stress enough that I didn't really give a fuck about the relationship. Um, but I didn't necessarily find her attractive. I mean, with that being said, I don't necessarily find you attractive. But that ain't
That
the
is
point.
fair.
And it was just like, it was proof that, in my opinion, that you were, willing to find happiness. You were able to find the happiness. And I know where you fucking came from.
In that same
So,
respect, though, like, because I've talked in like therapy about this, like, in some ways it was like an out for me too.
yeah, of course it was.
Like,
Because you couldn't stay here.
Yeah.
Like, you would have killed yourself. Or your dad.
Whichever came first.
Yeah, both would have sucked for me. Because you wouldn't be around me anymore regardless. But yeah, like, yeah, it was an out. And I cannot stress to you, like, I don't blame you, because that's what it was. Oh, that's what it was with me and old girl in Georgia, which I don't know if I've explained this to you, but yeah, I don't talk to her anymore. Yeah, like that, like the one for people, for anybody who may or may not be a long-time viewer, the woman I used to refer to as my ex-wife. And I'll probably try to get into that in the next episode, but this is a dialogue heavy game, so but yeah, like, that's how I felt. I was definitely in that situation where, as soon as I found somebody who was like, oh yeah, I don't care about that stuff, I just like you because you're cool. Like, yeah, latch on, don't let go, try to make it work. Like, if it meant bending over backwards.
Because when you're in the middle of an ocean and you see a life raft, like, and you've been having to swim for so long to keep from drowning.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if the
really appealing.
Yeah, there can be fucking Klansmen on it. I'm gonna be like, look, hey, real quick, can I not die out here?
And the fact that they're just allowing you to exist is enough.
It was like I'm not wet. Well, not as wet as I once was. Like, I appreciate you guys, even though I'm pretty sure you fucking hate me.
But yeah, I mean, that's more or less what it was. Like, it was the bare minimum, and the bare minimum, like, I wasn't, like, I dug myself to surface level, basically, is the way that, like, my therapist described it.
And so, like, oh, that's weird.
Enemy behind you.
Sometimes the enemies do not load all the way in.
Yeah, I'm aware. So that, just so you know, that's happening in the updated game.
Like, I'll walk up and, like, sometimes the enemies will, like, slowly pop into existence. I'm like, oh, this situation's much worse than I thought it was.
Hold up.
Oh boy.
So, do the Aesir, I don't know, hold on.
Enemy behind you.
Find you.
As long as I ain't got to do this, I'm fine.
Kratos! It will pass!
Kratos, we need you.
Why are you turning green? I imagine if you're somebody who can see things happening long before they happen, the world around you is incredibly dull. Ugh.
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
You're on fire, Kratos.
It'll pass.
Will it though?
You better hope it does. You better hope it will. I can't move. So the thing I was gonna ask is like, do you think the AC are born with those like markings, or do you think they get tattooed?
I think they get tattooed.
Because I'm looking it through and I'm like so early with so much work, and not to mention she's a female. Like I'm starting to think they just get born like that. Because like clearly they aren't normal humans. They clearly have abilities and they are, you know, special.
I mean,
So it's
I'm not as
completely-
familiar with Nordic mythology as I am like Greek, but it could be like a thing like the Polynesian stuff where like tattoos appear when you like earn them.
Mm. My name is Atreus.
Left side, incoming!
But whatever, dude. I'ma kick you in your ding ding. Hi.
Behind you! Look out!
I feel like I shouldn't go in her room, but I'm gonna. All right.
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
It will pass.
Behind you! Look out!
Why are there so many people that want me dead?
I had to come in here and then exit out of here. The fuck?
I choose to love those triggers sometimes. I don't need to do this, but I'd like to get some health back.
Was it? Maybe it was in the wolf.
I got greedy. I got greedy. Status bar shown above the enemy's head. Show the enemy's health. Did you know that? Oh,
That metal is bending and flexing.
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
Oh, goodness. I'm only annoyed with myself because I got through an entire fight and there was only one dude left, and I was like, I can take him, and I clearly couldn't take him. So now I have to do the entire fight all over again.
Garm. I know I really made the wrong call on this one, but in my defense, I saw a chained up wolf in bad shape. I thought maybe if I freed this guy, he'd be happier. Or maybe even a friend. How could I possibly know it would tear open the realms and wreak havoc? Wreak absolute havoc. I know he must have been hurting bad, and animals are dangerous when they're hurting. But I wish he'd have let me help him. Now I don't know what's going to happen to him. Or any of us. Yes. Y'all just left that fire burning? And these candles? Alright. Mark, last words. Well, closing words.
Know that sometimes surviving isn't enough. Sometimes you need to let yourself have the ability to live.
And sometimes you don't. Surviving isn't always enough. Sometimes you genuinely need to find a way to thrive. And like in most cases, the devil you know is better than the one you don't. Incredibly true, but a devil is a devil no matter what. Until next time, man. I heard to do it. Get out of here. Hard to do, dude. Get out of here, dude. You up in here, dude? Get out of here, dude. Now that'll make a turd. That'll make a turd.
I mean, everything will make a turn.
If given enough effort, yeah, it will. Alright, y'all, we back. Leaving now. Going home. I spent the evening with my nephews, and it was fun.
Well, that's good. What is your least favorite rapper name?
My least favorite rabbit?
Rapper name.
Oh. I don't want to say what I'm thinking, but I'm probably gonna say it just because it's funny. My least favorite rapper name. Oh, you know who 2 Chainz is?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know what his name used to be before it was 2 Chainz?
No.
We've had this discussion before, and it
I'm
was
sure
bad, and it's my least favorite. Probably Titty Boy.
Seriously.
Yup. He used to rap for DTP. Yeah. Indeed. I think
I mean, I did that to myself. I walked through fire.
I think I'm glitched out.
I don't even know if there's anything up here. I'm just coming up here.
Is this broken? Like, can I not use it at all?
Probably not. It's usually the safer bet.
What's happening? What's the plan?
What's the plan, man?
Cause I can't. Alright. So y'all forgive me if I end up wasting a bunch of time, but I think this is the way. Don't.
I'm trying not to.
Oh! Oh, it's broke. It's broke. The game broke. I couldn't activate. I couldn't interact with anything. So no, it wasn't broken. The game broke. Hey. Oh. Try to remember that when I'm for the glitch compilation.
There's a specific set of armor that like gives you health back whenever you do specific attacks.
Yeah.
Like the finishing moves. And
Yeah.
I really need to put that on.
You're on fire, Kratos. It will pass.
There we go. Yeah, the game glitched up something tough. You just didn't move far enough away, but you were in the way. You're just not.
I didn't dodge the right way. I dodged back.
So I think what's happening is the microphone you're using for Messenger. If you don't speak up, it has a hard time picking you up.
Mm-hmm.
Because the messenger, the party chat mic is picking everything up. That's how I know something's going off. Because like I'm hearing stuff in that mic, in this earbud, in the earbud. I'm hearing things in the party chat. I'm not hearing in the. Oh. He fucked up. Oh. Okay, so on the easier difficulties, you definitely your rage goes down a lot slower.
That's good to know.
I haven't upped the difficulty back to normal yet, just because I don't wanna. Ugh. I heard her. I didn't know what she said. I just didn't hear it. Oh shit.
Enemies to your left.
Ah. Ah. Is this where Kratos comes in? Yeah. Oh, get back. Ah.
From behind, incoming.
Oh, so it's a completely different type of rage. Great.
I mean, if you're just gonna stand there and let me wail on you, I'm okay with that.
Then I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that opportunity. I will take it.
Well,
And
that
this
was
is gonna be one of those. This is gonna be goddamn. This is gonna be one of those things where I've seen. Oh, did I do that?
Did I? Yeah.
Please don't.
That's fair.
Did you know Tommy was in a? Did you know Jason David Frank was in an episode
This temple constantly.
of Family Matters?
Went off on another adventure.
You miss it?
Aye. Everything felt simpler then.
Agreed.
Everything did feel simpler back then, didn't it?
I have no idea what you just said.
Everything did feel simpler back then, didn't it?
So you didn't? Did you know? Did you not know?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, he was a part of this gang called the Piranhas that would hang out at the park where Little Richie and CJ would hang out at, and that's it. The whole point of him being in the episode was so he could do karate.
Build phase last week. And yours as well, Mimir.
The last thing I knew Jason David Frank was in was an episode of We Bear Bears.
Yeah, he was the White Ranger in the We Bear Bears episode.
Yeah. Which was cute.
It was. I got Kratos over here looking like a fucking figure out of Warhammer.
Your fire blades are looking a little cool. Hand them over.
Hand them over.
You still owe me the story of who made these things.
I don't owe you anything.
So was that kid in the TikTok really Atreus, or was that just he just looked like Atreus?
He just looked like a trace, I think.
Okay.
He looked really like a trace, though,
What's
didn't
the
he?
Witch of the Woods name?
Yeah. Great bleeding fuck.
Still be running scared.
The lucky knob.
Need something
You know how bad this is? Mimir is using the F-bomb quite a bit. You messed up, dog.
Amir's upset.
To be fair, Mark, we fucked up. We fucked up bad.
Fucked up pretty bad.
That'll keep
Like
your
Mark, no, we
bits in
really
all
fucked
the
up.
right places.
I feel
I
like
don't want to carry this.
I feel like for the difficulty I'm on, it might behoove me to
Tear is really useless, by the way.
He really is. Has he even been in the story since earlier?
Yeah. Well, he's a part of the cast.
I mean, yeah.
Sure stinks like Midgard.
Go fix it.
Sure stinks like Midgard.
Why do you stare?
He's gonna be fine, you know.
I do not.
He's getting what he needs.
My favorite part about this is that like I have to literally just go back to where I just came from.
He was safe as houses, huh?
That's what's happening.
Close to dying. Not even
Oh,
one.
language! You fucking squirrel.
Lecture.
I know. It's on the house. My new customer loyalty program.
Save.
We will speak no more of it.
He will speak no more. Kratos is just very happy
Ooh,
when he doesn't.
right in the ghoulies. I do not know. You were not there to ask. Fair enough. I do some. Oh shit. I'm like.
You said you and Thor caused that?
Yes. The result of our weapons.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Right. I forgot how we got here the first time. We got fucking
It's
raven.
really weird.
Fucking dog ass, fuck raven ass, piece of shit ass, raven ass, piece of shit.
Got another one in you?
Shit fucking bitch ass.
Yeah.
Bird fuck. There's
Oh,
always something.
that rift didn't have an enemy in it. That's cool. That's nice.
I love how like I've clearly pointed out like how
You did. I was just really surprised that that specific one didn't.
huh?
I was just very surprised how that specific rift didn't have anything in it. Like, didn't have an enemy in it.
Yeah. That's usually what you're hoping for. Why are you? I know. Like,
Quicksilver.
but
I don't feel like I've done anything. But I've done so much.
Where is Seeker now?
Impossible to say. She's on a mission spanning the realms in search of our lost sisters. Our hope is if she can bring their incorporeal spirits to Vanaheim, we can find a way to restore them to uncorrupted forms. Another
That-
Pole Raider camp. Kratos, we should do something about them.
Should we?
Christ.
Rita, left flank. You're on fire, Kratos.
When you were asking like what's my least favorite rapper man, and I was watching my first thought was like Silk the Shaka. My name is Silk and I'm Shaka. It was the thought I had, and it wasn't a good thought, and it was why I didn't go with it, but I did think it was funny.
It is very funny.
What's this say?
I just
The wind from
wish I-
your wings fills my bones and fills my sails. The words appear to spite the eagle of this realm, and in one moment they express devotion and devotion. Next. There we go.
It's a fine miss.
Oh.
It's a fine miss. Raiders have set up camp throughout Midgard, terrorizing the lands and its inhabitants.
Hey, fellas! Burn for your insolence. We was talking also. Oh, hello. Things are floating.
We all float down here.
Georgie Porgy pudding pie. I like a pudding pie. I do love me a good pudding pie.
I made a pudding pie.
I didn't answer the question.
Take it off, man. You've got this.
No, it's really not complicated. Like, that's the problem. Like, the way this story is written is like you're trying to say we're supposed to hear Atreus' side. He's saying that it's complicated to explain his work with Odin, and you're like, well, what about your spear? I thought you didn't want war. Or you see, it's complicated. No, it's not a complicated, you little piece of shit. It's not complicated at all. I have a new weapon because I was going to fuck all of Asgard up to get my son back. Real fucking simple. You understand what I'm saying here? Now again, what is your work with Odin? You talking turd.
I'm dead. You're on fire, Kratos. He didn't even get to the "but this will pass" part. He was just like, "You're on fire, Kratos," and you're dead.
That's fair. I saw it coming. I just didn't care.
Standard attacks can be blocked by holding L1.
You know what? I bet you that is a thing that you could do. But if you blocked attacks by holding L1, those attacks would have a hard time getting to you.
One could say they might never get to you.
That's completely plausible. The only real way to know is to hold L1 and...
Incoming fire.
What is this conversation?
A tutorial.
Oh. It's late. Like, the annoying thing is, like I'm gonna have to take a Linzess. Good lord, no. Not at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Enemies to your left.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
Fire on your left.
You imagine how annoying this would be? As if you had to do this. Like you fucking died. And then had to start this shit all the way the fuck over. You'd be mad.
I would not describe the feelings I would have as happy.
Incoming fire.
Yeah, luck seems to be a very good investment thing for me. Because it makes health show up a lot more.
Now maybe the wolves will cease their whining.
It's complicated in the sense that, like, Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about that.
That's right, you wouldn't have, would you? I think I complete. That's funny. I mean, not that I need to do that anymore, but it's just funny that that's how I solved that puzzle. Where's the last one? Where's the beef?
Why did you leave?
I cannot find the last melon.
Melon! Melon!
No, but seriously, I can't find it.
I'll keep moving when it's time to keep moving. But it does not time. Oh, I was supposed to talk about that in this episode, and I forgot.
Oh, there it is.
I'll try to remember the next episode.
Just try to do that right there. And that right there.
I kind of want to like tell people about my broccoli and cheese recipe.
It does sound delicious.
It's better than it has the right to be. It's better with the broccoli. It's better with the broccoli. The cauliflower doesn't hold as. The best way I can put it is like the cauliflower doesn't have a lot of flavor already, but the all right, that's it. But the broccoli already has like a decent amount of flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't take much like to impart the flavor of the cheese onto the broccoli.
Isn't it, brother?
I should not have told you, Demos.
You see yourself in these wounds, in their fear.
Let us keep moving.
Brother, what you said before about the oracles of your land being fooled by their own prophecies, I get the sense that was coming from personal experience, aye?
Yes. Once, I sought the Oracle for a means to break my bondage to Ares. But enough of that for now.
I thought I heard a bird.
Did you not see a bird?
Suppose I didn't. But all right, Mark, go ahead. You got any closing words?
just sometimes,
Sometimes.
sometimes, man.
Sometimes, man. Oh, my nose.
A nose.
Another broken hole.
Oh no, it's the hateful.
I almost screamed. I almost fucking screamed. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know where you are, but I didn't bump into that one. Alright, y'all heard, man. Shit, get out. I said I was gonna be out of here at 2 o'clock, but let's be real. I make bad decisions on a regular basis.
Ow.
I'll be up. I'll be up in time. I mean, not to mention, I'm finna go. I'm just going somewhere where I can just. I'm gonna lay down. So, oh, I had to go down there just to do this. Okay. I still hear it. I just don't know where it's at.
It's over there.
Another broken.
You know what? You're probably right.
Come on, Kratos, indeed.
All right. So yeah, I said I had something I was gonna talk about like last episode, but I didn't because I forgot. So the whole, yeah, like the whole like why don't I talk to what's her face anymore? The answer to that is, the best way to put it is like I kind of got to this point where I didn't get to a point where anything specific happened. You can say I got rejected in a specific kind of way that made me feel like I needed to like wise up and let it go. But that wouldn't be like the complete truth either. The complete truth would be that I had 2 specific friends explain to me that I was allowing somebody to treat me a way that most people don't get treated, and that I should probably get my shit. And and in that what that means is, so when I was in the hospital, I was doing pretty good, like meaning like I didn't feel bad to the point where I couldn't talk or anything like that. It was like the first day I was there, I was okay. By the first day I was there, I was able to talk. And like the reality is like it got real goddamn boring, just kind of being there by myself all the time. So the quote unquote ex-wife, like we got to a point where like I was like, yeah, you can call me, like I'm fine, and we can talk or whatever. We can talk or whatever, like I'm a fucking 17-year-old white girl. We can talk. The first night, I am bleeding. The first night, I don't know, it ain't. The first night I was there, I'm finding out like, you know, I'm respiratory failure, fucking respiratory failure, renal failure, like I'm doing bad, like fluid overload, can't fucking breathe, like I'm like on a fuckload of oxygen, you know, shit like that.
That ain't happening.
Like I'm doing all these bad things that are happening to a motherfucker. Hold up. Shit.
Oh shit, indeed.
I get the feeling we're not gonna have to fight this thing. You just gotta calm it the fuck down.
That's what you hope anyway.
It's very upset is the problem. Like, it's clearly, like, mad. But, I mean, if you were chained up for God knows how long, you'd probably be in a bad mood, too. But yeah. So, first night I'm in the hospital, and the first night me and her, like, spend time on the phone, the only way I can word this is, I end up having to, like, console her, because I end up having to console her because she's disappointed and, like, sad about the way her relationship with her brother is. And, like, she's like, why don't people like me? And I find that funny now, like, in retrospect. Like, a moment like this, where you're complaining to somebody in the hospital who, you know, could have fucking died, you're complaining that people don't like you and you don't get why. Irony, right? Like, is that irony? I think that's irony.
A little bit. It's more or less like you have no self-awareness.
And so I spent a good amount of time on the phone, more or less, like, trying to convince her, like, hey, you don't need these people to fucking, like, what's the word? Like you don't need their approval. Like, you don't need it. You don't need them to validate who you are. Like, you're an okay person. Like, if they don't like you, then that's on them, or whatever. Which none of this meant any goddamn thing. Like, this was effectively somebody simply saying, these people don't like me, but I want them to. Period. It's not, I want to not. It wasn't even like, she wasn't even saying, like, she wanted to, like, grow emotionally to the point where she didn't need the validation of people who didn't like her. It was just straight up, I want the thing. Give me the thing.
Like, again, usually it's a lot of, like, I don't really want a solution, I just want to complain.
Ooh. Said it again?
It was one of those situations where it was like, I don't really want a solution, I just want to complain.
Whoever was here.
Yeah, like, that's who she was in a nutshell. Who she was, who she is, who she'll likely forever be in a fucking nutshell. Is like that in reality, she, and I don't necessarily think that, like, what it was is, like, she didn't want solutions. I think more importantly, she didn't give a fuck about my solution. Like, I could eat a dick and die, and I was real.
Well, I imagine most of your solutions required her to get over her feelings about people.
Well, most of my solutions were like, let me help you feel better through the power of love.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that was it was my love, and I could, as I said before, go fuck myself, because that wasn't the point.
Did she want to fuck her brother?
I'm almost positive she did. And if I've learned anything from Simon Whistler, it's don't say shit that might get you sued. So that's all I can say. I cannot say what did or did not allegedly happen between the two of them. And that is me being as that's like the last little shred of, like, affection I have for her, like, coming through. Because otherwise, because don't get it twisted, I'll tell you off camera.
I know. You just don't want everyone else to know.
No, I don't want the opportunity. I don't give a fuck about anybody else finding out. I don't want the possibility of her coming across it and, like, me getting in trouble, me getting in legal trouble. Oh, we're gonna have to, like, cut this episode off because you said it, like, because I don't know if you remember this, but, like, I had this video of Philip. I had this video of Philip
on his hands and
like,
knees.
Yeah, you remember the memoirs of Amisha? Yeah, like, that video is no longer, like, on YouTube. I don't know what exactly about that video was so bad that, like, they deleted it from my, like, I don't have it. Like, it's not in my YouTube account anymore. It's not, I can't download it, I can't anything, it's gone.
remember the Jotnar
I don't
crafting
care,
mechanisms for two statue.
but like that's the kind of repercussions I'm not trying to, you know, have to go toe to toe with.
Good memory,
Yeah.
Freya. Like Tyr, the Jotnar also believe the best offensive strategy is a good defense. So this is how they chose to honor him.
The giants were not wrong.
The Giants were not.
Wow, Kratos legitimately referred to himself as a parent.
Can't believe we missed this.
Can't believe we missed this.
And now, Freya? Whatever you need, I'll create. I won't take that personally.
I keep forgetting to equip things.
My favorite part of that is that it did that like almost as soon as I threw the fucking X. Like as soon as I threw the X. So I don't have to frost the X first. Good to fucking know. But yeah, like that first night, you know, I spent time trying to make her feel better. And the shitty part about that is like as I remember, as I'm like remembering back to that moment, was that like because I couldn't stay on the phone, like I couldn't sleep because the issue was because I was dealing with respiratory issues. So respiratory therapists, like when I was ready to go to bed, they would come in at night and be like, "Yo, we got to put you on the BiPAP." Like it's I think a breathing machine. And one, I wasn't 100% sure she'd be able to hear me with it on anyway because it was going over my nose, like it was going over my nose and mouth. So I wasn't sure she's gonna be able to hear me. So I was like, you know, I might as well have to get off the phone. And I don't want them to I don't want to keep them waiting because that's who we are. We are the anxiety generation, and I didn't want them to be like, let's fucking go, dude. Like I didn't want.
Which I feel is fair.
And so I didn't want to keep them waiting. There we go. So I was like, it was very much this moment of like, hey, like because at this moment I'm still like very much in love with this insane bitch, and I'm on some like, yo, I gotta go, blah 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 blah, and she's fucking sad. You can like, it's not like she's not have like, it's not a conversation. You know what I mean? It's not like a normal conversation. Like she's very much like, well, I guess I should go fuck myself because then like no one cares about how I feel or whatever. Just like, and like at the moment, I want to just point out like I just wanted like everybody to understand like I didn't realize the flaw in what was going on, but I'm gonna get there in a second. So I'm also like, look, I gotta go. Like I'm talking soft and everything, and the respiratory therapist is in the fucking room, and I realize now I made a complete loose knuckle of myself because it's completely possible he realized what the other two people realized, and I'm getting there in a second. And I didn't get it at the moment, and he might have been like, "Are you fucking serious? Like, do better." But it didn't cross my mind, and I honestly told. So where this ends up going is they're like, what ended up happening was I, like me and her were like, we were still like cool for like a hot little second, but like after I got home and I started like doing dialysis, I had a wild idea of like, I wonder if you can do dialysis at home. Like that was my thought. Like I was like, could you do dialysis at home? Like I don't want to go that way then. Like that was my thought. I was just curious. I was Because I'd imagine like there's got to be rich people who like have to do dialysis and they don't want to go to a clinic and this that and the third. Like, can you buy your own machine? How much does this shit cost? And in the process, I found out you can do in-home dialysis. I was like, wait, what the fuck? So I was like, oh, cool then, fuck it, like, let's do that then. And so I ended up going to this little I wouldn't call it a seminar, but it's a seminar. It's a little meeting where she explains the difference between peritoneal dialysis and hemodialysis. And they're like, which one do you want to do? And I'm like, I'd like to keep doing hemodialysis at home. That was before I found out that this is the worst thing that you could ever do for your body. If you are listening to this and you have renal failure and you are doing dialysis, ask them if you can do in-home dialysis. Ask them if you can switch over to peritoneal dialysis, because for fuck's sake, hemodialysis, your body hates it. It hurts you, and it's just dumb. It's incredibly dumb. It's a much easier way to do it. We're about to get hurt. Hold on. But in the process of all of that, like basically what ends up happening is I learned that the only way they're gonna let me do hemodialysis, for those wondering, hemo is the thing that you see on TV. It's where they pull your blood out of your body, clean it, and put it back in. And for what it's worth, your body hates it. Like, your body 100% does not like it. It hurts the body. Like, it destroys what function your kidneys may or may not have left. Well, obviously, if it doesn't have any. But if your kidneys have any function whatsoever left in them, your body hates it. It will go away. And I only found it interesting that when I was in the hospital, they at no point asked, like, they didn't mention any of this. They did none of that. But it was funny that when I asked can't remember the name of the fucking doctor, my nephrologist, about doing in-home dialysis, he was like, oh yeah, like, I have several patients who do PD, and it's like, it's like, they're doing really good on it, and it's really good for you. Like, your body responds a lot better to it, which is just a question that I just don't want to fucking stand. It's like, if that's the case, why am I here? You twat. Like, there's literally a better option available.
Yeah.
From the outset. And it wasn't the one we went with first.
Why wouldn't we go with that one first?
You fucking dick.
Circling back to the topic of prophecies brought about by the efforts to avoid them, I think I can recall such a story as you mentioned, brother. A Greek tale for the stage.
And so,
Lurid, but very popular.
when I got out, like, so like that conversation happened, and it was very much a like for us to do this, you're gonna need a partner. Like, you're gonna need somebody in your house to help you do this in case, like, your blood pressure drops or whatever. Basically, you need somebody to watch you for the 4 hours that you're gonna be on dialysis. And it was in that moment where I'm like, you're clearly unhappy in, like, your house and, like, the way your family is treating you. You're incredibly unhappy. I 100% need a partner in life. And, like, you could tell that she was, like it wasn't something she wanted. And I'm not even saying that it should have been. I am just saying, like, it was the best of the bad situation. And it's like, you want somebody to love you, nigga. Here I am. That's how, like, dead ass serious I am about this whole thing. I was like, I used the forbidden word. And it was very much this, like, for the umpteenth time I've told you, like, I don't want to be, like, a girlfriend right now. Which I know is a fucking lie. She doesn't want to be mine. And I don't know why I've never understood why she fucking say that. Like, the idea of, like, if you're gonna shoot somebody down, whether it's personal or not, irrelevant. If you tell somebody, like, I'm not looking for a relationship, you can just be honest and say, like, I don't want a relationship with you. They don't care. Like, it doesn't hurt less if you say you don't want to date you know, anybody, because the best way to put this is everyone knows that I don't want to be with anybody right now is a fucking lie. If the right somebody came along, you would be with them in a heartbeat. It's the person that's asking, and you're like, nah, I don't want to be with you. Just fucking say that. Like, you're not a better person because you didn't shoot them in the face. It was like, if you shoot me, you know, at all, fucking make it a clean shot.
Like, put me down easy. Don't, like, make me, like...
Yeah, don't
bleed
me out. It's like, well, I gave you time with, like, your family. I let you say final words. Like, fuck off, you cunt. So, that's really what it was. And, like, I remember the phone call that we were having in that moment. And it was just like, for her, it was like walking to the drugstore. Like, it meant nothing. And she, like, kept talking and everything. And, like, I could tell that she, like, probably could she could tell the vibe had shifted and that I was a little bit tilted. I wasn't mad, but I was definitely in a situation where I was at a point where I was doing some heavy thinking. And I think I sat on the phone for like another 15 minutes, like in complete silence. Like I sat there in complete fucking silence. And then eventually I just fucking hung up. Like, I just hung the fuck up. Yeah, I just hung up. And she didn't bother calling me back because she might be a retard, but she's not fucking stupid. She completely understood why I hung up. And she knew that there was no, like, real point in trying to call me back. But more importantly, I know that the reality is she knows, she felt like she was in the clear. Like, she felt good about herself. She felt like that she was right. Like, she was like, I don't have to explain myself about anything. I was right. Like, if I don't want this thing, I don't have to have this thing. I was like, yeah, you're right. You are completely fucking goddamn right. If you don't want a thing, you shouldn't have to let anybody, like, talk you into being in a relationship you don't want. Even if they're like, hey, I'll completely put up with your garbage and your shit family and help you raise a kid that you had by a motherfucker who doesn't like you. I will put your shit out there. Like, regardless of how much I don't want to get sued.
I normally do, like have this thing about, like, yeah, like, just because you're nice to someone, you don't have, like, the right to expect anything in return, but you, in turn, do not get the right to expect, like...
anything.
You don't get to expect, like, the boyfriend experience if you don't want a boyfriend.
You don't want... Right.
Like,
but that's what...
You don't get to become a genie with all of the things that come with it.
Oh, man, you gotta get in the fucking lamp. Mm-hmm. Get them itty-bitty living spaces. Better know it. Bitch, better know it! But, like, that's what it, like, turned into. And that's what it was. Like, I was definitely the boyfriend without the person. You know, which again, made me, I was the fool. And I was cool with it for, like, a real long time. Like, I was super duper cool with it. I didn't, like, have any qualms. But there was that moment, and I just, for, like, for a good little bit, I just didn't message her. I didn't talk. I think she messaged me a few times. And she called me once, and I answered the phone. And then when she answered the phone, I just kind of, I didn't say anything. Like, it wasn't a conversation. I just kind of, like, and then, like, the call disconnected, and she didn't call back, and neither did I. I didn't see a point in it. It felt pointless. And then time went by. But here's where, like, I felt the biggest fool. Jordan and Ayana. Ayana is like somebody, oh my gosh, I have to fight it. I don't know how to fight it. Alright, because we're at 23 minutes and now I'll spend forever trying to fight this thing. We'll make it an episode, the next episode. So, which is the last episode for tonight for me. So what ended up happening was like I got out the hospital and I had like decided to reach out to Ayana and like have, you know, just catch up because it had been a minute because I've been putting all my efforts into the wrong pot. And I was like, what's going on? She was like, nothing. Just having a mental breakdown.
As you do.
Yeah. And she was like, and I was like, you want to talk about it? She's like, no, that doesn't feel right. I was like, I don't know what you mean. She's like, well, like, everything you just went through, it doesn't feel right complaining about my life to you right now. And I was like, I don't mind. And she was like, I know you don't, but I do. And it was in that moment I was like, oh shit,
This is what
that's
it's
how
supposed
real
to be.
people act. That's how real people are. Holy fuck! I was like, real people don't bitch and complain to people in the hospital. Oh my fuck! I'm an idiot. And it was in that moment I was like, you know,
Like, this isn't even like the gourmet shit. This is just the normal standard.
like this is dollar store shit. This is off-brand shit. It's like this is like Clover Valley water. It's still water. It's just water.
You're just used to like Muddy Creek water.
It was like I thought all water had this. I thought it all had silt in it. Oh my god, no! What's happening?
I thought it all came out like rusty bread.
Yeah, and like the fucked up part was like I had to admit that like I was like, had you not said anything, had you never said anything, I would have never figured it out.
Just the secrets of the universe were revealed to you that day.
And then I had a conversation with Jay, and you know he ain't gonna mince no words in the slightest. And he was like, "Yeah, she fucking sucks." He was like, "The sad part about it is like, he was like, nobody wants her but you." And the shitty part about that is, he's kind of fucking right. When it comes to like wanting someone, like that's why I put it. Like the difference between somebody being willing to be your friend because you have a car, versus someone being willing to be your friend because you're cool to hang out with and you make them feel nice. That's the difference. It's like no, like dudes would totally talk to her. She had a big butt. Not like a pretty butt, but it was big. And like, yeah, but they didn't want to be with her. Her track record says so. Like, she was gonna get married and everything. That dude didn't even like her. The sad part is I can't get sued for that because it fucking happened. I mean, I can't prove that he didn't like her. I can't prove it. But his actions after they split up kind of was like, no, I don't really fucking like you. Like we were in a situation and I just didn't leave it. And there did come a point where I was like, yo, like if you want to like talk this out, like, you know, like adults, like I'm cool with this shit. Like we can discuss it, have a conversation. And she was like, there's no need, like I understand everything. Like I'm paraphrasing, but it's like I understand exactly why you did what you did. Dirt. I had to do something to make her sound stupid.
No, she did that.
But like, I'm alright. One of the last things that was said, I asked her, do you remember the conversation we had the very first night we spoke while I was in hospital? And she was like, no. She's like, why? I was like,
who is this dude?
What?
Who is Olaf Knudsen?
You're fighting him in a place I didn't fight him.
I'm guessing this is just like the final boss after you beat all the camps.
Yeah, I'm guessing like depending on like in which order you fight them. So this was the dude that glitched for me. Like I beat him as he killed me, and then the game didn't know what to do. Like it was like because it reloaded the checkpoint, but he was already dead. So it didn't load him back in, but the mission couldn't complete. Like the quest line couldn't complete because he wasn't there for me to kill him. But it was like I explained to her, like it was about this. It was this. And then she said something like really snarky, as like on some aren't you just like the worst or whatever, you know, some shit like that. And then like I said something else, but then I was what I said was completely unimportant because at that point I had been blocked. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's about right. It was like, you would block, like, you blocking me is hilarious. Because, like, the shitty part is, like, I wasn't saying anything necessarily rude. I was just reminding you, like, you know, you were a shitty person. Like, in that moment. Like, I was in the hospital fucking dying. You know? And dying, motherfucker. Dying. Because I hadn't even started the dialysis yet. Like, so at that point I was still dying because my fucking kidneys weren't working. Was like, you know, you were there.
The sad, fucked up thing is, if you had died, she still would have made it about her somehow.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, like, she would have found a way to like explain to people like this person who was like my best friend, quote unquote. Like, you know, I don't have them in my life anymore. And like the sad part about this is you did really well on that. The sad part about this is the reality is she was a shitty friend. That doesn't say she wasn't a friend. She was somebody who has lived her entire life. This is why I was so comfortable saying what I said about what's her face. Because I feel like she's somebody who's lived her entire life feeling like she's never gotten what she feels she deserves. So at this point, it's okay for her to just take it from anybody that will allow her to take it. And honestly, like I told Jordan on multiple occasions that the reason like I can't blah blah blah, like why I couldn't, you know, stand up and fight back or whatever was because like, or why I couldn't say certain things that needed to clearly be said was because quote unquote like, well, you're like, you understand like my background and what I've been through and all these things, so you should be more understanding. Basically, like, if I'm unhappy with the way I'm being treated, I should be like, oh, well, she's been through stuff, so it's okay. Like, that's what it was. Like, this shit human being thought it was okay to be a shit human being because, much like every other human, life hasn't gone exactly the way she wanted it. I was fucking dying.
You are safe.
Aw.
I was dying. Right? Yeah, there's a trophy pop for this.
Good boys.
Good. They're girls.
Good girls.
Good girls. How have you never pet your wolves? That's it. How? I don't even like dogs. And if a dog is like,
especially with the way
enough,
Atreus is, like
well, that might be why then.
Like, because Atreus like gives them all the affection they guess they need.
Yeah, that they need. Yeah, so he doesn't have to. Oh, okay. So that's the end of this. That is effectively the end of this. That happened over a month ago. Like, I got out of the hospital like a month and a half ago, like closer to 3 months at this point. And yeah, the friend relationship didn't last much longer after that because I woke up. It is not to say that like I don't think about the bitch. Think about it like at least like I think about her like often, but you know, it's embarrassing to say the very least because at the end of the day, like she wasn't real. She didn't truly exist. She was a figment of my imagination. That is to say, because like she ain't ever been in my motherfucking house. What are you trying to do?
It won't let me walk through that area.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to. Like, there's nothing over there. You're wanting to do something you don't need to do.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's space here. Why can't I walk there?
There's nothing else there. That's because it's not really space. It's a flat wall with a 3D element on it. But yeah, that was it. So I didn't just shit on his past relationships because I could. I did it because I understood. If that makes any sense. So, Mark, final words.
Just understand that you're not alone.
No, you're not. Yeah, Michael Jackson. Alright, get out.
As a work of performance, it consisted almost
I'm here with you. I mean, also, I guess this is what a stream is. I'm waiting on this thing. With that being said, like, I haven't moved. Like, I haven't done the thing that most people do, where it's like, well, this relationship ended.
If you say so.
Well, since this relationship ended, I'm going to try to talk to somebody else now. No, I didn't do any of that. But I will say that, like, the person who helped me see that this was, you know, oh, I forgot what I was doing. I had it paused so damn long. I unpaused and got bit. Ugh.
Fimbulwinter. Okay. How did they
But yeah, like, but it's one of those things where it's like, I didn't, like, jump into, like, somebody else's, like, bed immediately. But the reality was, like, the person at hand was like, I enjoy your company, but I can't put effort into you because you're still kind of like hung up on somebody else. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Okay. What do you want me to do? Alright, cool.
There's still things I could do here. But there's also like these things I can't interact with yet, so I might come back when I have the means to do so. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't because I'm fighting a giant wolf. But I'm pretty sure whatever you're saying makes some sense.
That's fair.
Well, think of the... Imagine the giant sled this fucker has to pull. Yuck, 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 yuck. I'm sure I would be if I was.
Would have been ashamed to have left that behind.
Would it have?
Well,
Okay.
if you change your mind,
I will not change my mind, Sindri.
Oh, the irony.
Here we go.
Now tell me of this power Heimdall wields. He sees the future.
More like he reads the person, sees their intention.
I did
My
that.
intent will be to kill him. Knowing that will be no advantage.
Knowing
Brother,
that will be
this
no
is no one
advantage.
to underestimate. Any move you make, he'll have seen it coming. If you must face him, we need something else. An edge. Humor me?
Very well. We will ask the dwarves.
Ooh.
Inevitable asking of the dwarves.
Ask the dwarves.
Excuse me, sir. Could I have a moment of your time?
Sure.
Dear, oh dear, what's to be done?
What is it you want?
It has come to my attention that Nithog has been slain.
Yeah,
As a
very much
result,
so.
Her offspring have been let loose into the Nine Realms.
What of it?
Unfortunately, without a proper role model to supervise them, the little rascals are certain to fall to mischief. In time, said mischief could culminate in nothing less than their devouring of the Nine Realms entirely. In order to avoid such a grisly fate, I'd like you to bring the Lindworms to me. I believe I can act as a satisfactory paternal figure in their upbringing. You'll find the specimens gnawing on tears throughout the realms. Use this device to safely store them, bring them back to me, and I promise I'll make it worth your while.
You mean to say you'd raise them by yourself?
Indeed. I have no small experience managing extreme personalities. Compared to wrestling with my emotions in the most literal of senses, I dare say raising a handful of leans will be a walk in the park. Anyhow, was there something else?
Are you serious? I cannot believe I pulled it off. I'm more surprised that I...
About Nithog.
Damn!
You should know. We had no choice. It was Odin's doing.
Oh, I am very well aware indeed of the alleged All-Father's role in this tragedy. Sadly, there's no expecting him to clean up after himself. Not all gods showed the interest that you do in righting past wrongs. I do hope you're able to locate those lean worms. Good luck to you. Journey forth in health and safety, my
I'm
friend.
gonna guess that those lindworms aren't exactly just gonna jump into this trap.
Two ways to find out. Ask me or do it yourself.
Fair enough.
I have news.
I have news.
did the Norns tell you how to get a trace back?
I almost died.
Plan?
That is, no, I mean, outside of, like, reality. Like, I just happened to have a fucking resurrection stone on hand.
Okay.
Had I not had one, I'd have been very
Sees
upset.
everything coming, unpopular at parties. This won't be easy.
Whatever his advantages, I will overwhelm him with my own.
That's the idea. You gotta overpopulate his senses, see? And I got just the thing in mind to help you do it. Sindri, go get Dropnir.
Drop near.
But we need it. Our supplies.
Barely know her.
And to spare.
Even if we did, Dropnir's no weapon. Why would a... Oh. You mean we combine it with...
That's right.
And then when he... It'll go...
Yeah.
Damn you, that's brilliant. Very well.
Very well.
I suppose there's nothing to do.
That's just a really big dog.
Go fetch Dropnir.
Where the fuck is
I mean,
the
I'm pretty sure you could say that about almost any wolf, but that was just a really big dog.
And Odin blamed me
Seeing a
for
wolf in real
disappearing.
life really puts
They
into
stole
perspective
Dropnir.
how much we
We
domesticated
didn't steal
dogs.
We just
Yeah.
ungifted what never should have been
Yeah,
gifted
mate.
in the first place.
You're right about that.
Help me kill Heimdall.
Because in movies, most wolves are huskies, and that's why people tend to like forget that wolves are these massive creatures. And I left my axe all the way back there.
You were
Yeah, the wolves are these genuinely massive creatures.
Like that stand as tall as you are. Almost.
So now you intend to kill Heimdall. Violence cannot prevent violence, Kratos. I truly thought you understood that.
No matter what you thought I understood, my son is
I think that's for collecting all the shields. Yeah.
Oh, Sindri. Is that a bunch of rings?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you, little one.
I was about to say, if you drop that fucking ring.
Got it! I think.
Well, it is. It would be safe to say that I don't really believe in it, but
Worried about your son.
there weren't a lot of other options
Heimdall's a threat,
because you
not only to Atreus, but to
ran
everyone.
away.
He's Odin's left hand, and he carries the horn that begins Ragnarok. If we have the chance to eliminate him, we
And
should.
it's just as likely a trap because the bastard knows your intentions. Kratos, I've never seen anyone so much as lay a finger on him. Not one.
Well, I gathered what's fit for gathering.
How long will it take?
We'll have to go to Svartalfheim to get the rest of the materials.
Svartalfheim.
Not to mention...
Don't know.
The lady.
The lady.
Oh.
Shattered dreams, get off me!
Whew, that's a relief.
Oh. That's why there were so many rings.
Kratos?
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
I understand now.
The lady?
No idea what he's on about, brother.
I wish you'd come with us, Tyr.
I know you mean well with them. But, to be honest,
Okay.
I don't like who I became on our last adventure. I can't be around the violence that follows him. That follows you both. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready when you are.
I've expanded my inventory since we last spoke. I'm only just realizing all the little routines I've had to adopt taking care of Dropnir. I'll miss melting rings down for crafting gold, but I suppose we have enough to see us through to Ragnarok. Too soon?
Hmm. Just need to upgrade things because I haven't in a while. I'm not equipping them. I am upgrading them.
Oh, their deaths will be painless. Ish.
Ish.
I don't want to keep hitting it. 'Cause it seemed relatively
Might be my best piece yet today. See you out there.
well,
Ah, time to go see the lady. I'll take it from here.
Oh no! This whole thing were my idea. I'll speak to the lady. I never get to speak to the lady.
There are reasons for that.
Brock will go.
What? No. I have
You
to.
heard him. Quit your fret. I ain't gonna mess up. What the? No, you pimp shrimps. Think that'll keep us out? Well, think the fuck again.
Think the fuck again.
yeah, that was a good line, right? He speaks plainly.
Oh, just Sindri trying to hog all the glory. Same old shit.
Not that. The gate. What's wrong with a bloody gate?
Most likely someone in need of a live and making a fuckery of the works. Probably on account of all that incursioning you got up to. But don't worry, you little dangling head. Old Brock came prepared. I got ways in
We don't know.
from the old days. Gates said never
I'm not gonna lie. Like ever since like you pointed out in the first game that the tree or whatever is just a way to like cleverly cover up load screens. I don't walk during the load screens.
That's entirely fair.
This here's your stop.
Because like the door obviously will just show up wherever the camera's facing. So.
Yeah.
Brock,
And he's gone. You sure he was the right pick for this, brother?
I trust him. He speaks plain.
I trust him. He
Yet
speaks
so
plain.
powerful.
Yeah, he speaks plain. Like it's such a good. He speaks plain. I like it so much. But the while again, the thing about that to me is like it's interesting that Kratos is very clearly articulate and knows how to speak in a way that he can articulate himself.
Yeah, because he never speaks vulgarly.
No, but he respects someone who says exactly what they're thinking.
Exactly. He doesn't truss up what he's trying to say. He's just like, this is
Yeah,
what
like-
I'm saying, man.
Right.
There. We keep cooperating, maybe someday it'll be Asgard in flames.
That is not my goal.
Doesn't mean it's not your destiny.
Maybe not like that, but you do understand at some point, Atreus, that it is like, it is the nature of all living things to perish. Which is the scariest part of having to be alive. 'Cause I think like at any point, once something realizes that it has to die, like living becomes one of the most terrifying things you'll ever do.
Poor bugger. Why would he hide in here?
He feared something in these tunnels more than he feared starving.
Hardly seems rational.
Fear seldom is.
Fear seldom is. Oh, hello.
On your guard, Kratos!
Ow.
Not gonna lie, I forgot all about that.
Oh no, they got me.
Sit. Good boy. Kratos, you have an axe that comes back to you when you hold your hand out. Stop asking questions.
Actually, I really have questions about that. Like, is it an enchantment that like you pass on to people? Because if he can control the axe that way, then shouldn't he be able to do the same thing with Thor's hammer?
In theory. But, like, clearly the axe only comes back to Kratos.
Why did I do that?
Little on the nose for dwarven culture, isn't it?
Ridiculing a culture you helped undermine. Classic Aesir.
Oh, right. Might have earned that one.
Fenrir. The wolf Fenrir has been in decline for some time now. Atreus cares for the animal deeply and has not been able to accept that he is dying. In the past, I would have told him to close his heart to his loss, but he has already endured so much. I see the compassion in his heart and I am proud of the man he is growing into. But I must keep him focused if he is to be ready for more dark days ahead. What once was a dangerous hellhound tearing into the realms has now become Atreus' wolf Fenrir returns. His knife had captured Fenrir's soul, plunging it into Garm, release the soul into the body. I'm not fearful for my son's abilities, but his powers takes me by surprise as it grows. Again, like that's Kratos writing that shit down. Like he very clearly is articulate. He just I will do whatever it takes to keep you safe, boy. Boy.
Do you see death?
No, but as a teenager, as a child, as a young human who doesn't have children of his own, I don't really understand. I don't really understand or respect the concept of death because I'm so young that I really don't think that I can die.
Which is usually how it works.
Which is why I said it. Yeah.
Another oil spill. Ah, a fortuitous oil spill.
The specific oil spills that...
There. We keep cooperating, maybe someday it'll be Asgard in flames.
That is not my goal.
doesn't mean it's not your destiny.
What are you insinuating, Highness?
Not a thing.
Because I hear it again, I swear I do.
Switching arrows! Grim, headed your way! Fast! Yelpa! Right leg! Yelpa!
I don't need to do this, but I'm going.
Behind you, brother!
It seems like it would be one of those times where I could grab it with the blades and move it over.
Have you ever heard the phrase that looks can be deceiving?
Kratos? Kratos!
Yeah.
Sindri, is that you?
Yes, I need to talk to Kratos.
Why do you need to talk to me, dwarf?
It feels like I'm supposed to.
Please listen. You have to let me take Rock's place. He can't talk to the lady. He must.
Oh my god.
Do not ask again.
But. Okay.
The specific things it's letting me break and the ones it's not perplex me.
It's not his fault Atreus ran off, you know. Or are you just being Brock's champion?
There it is again. You're insinuating and you know it.
Can't the smartest man alive put it together? The giants conceal a mysterious figure who changes the fate of Ragnarok, and you're oblivious to the only rational candidate. The one who fought wars against gods and won.
I am not their champion.
Well, we're each entitled to our opinion.
You want to tell me how you got back over here?
Is there a reason I want to burn this stuff?
Because you can. It's usually the...
That is fair.
Mighty Herberger, swallower of the dead authority, author of the winds, is not the first to claim the title of Hell, nor will she be the last. Since the time of the earliest frost, 9 rulers have fulfilled the role, with her tenure having lasted the longest. But when will her dominion end? And will she be supplanted by force or abandon her title willingly? The dead watch and wait. Motherfucker.
The sigil arrows should work with ice as well.
Oh, well, that's all of those, so.
Am I just being silly? I feel. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand now.
Okay, so the dog is over there. What's over here then? Or is it the same way now?
It's open.
No matter what.
I really am unhappy that you exist. Ooh, that hard.
Ooh wee.
Ooh, Rick. It didn't sound like him, but I don't care. I'm hurting. Why does he hurt so bad?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we came this way because we need to speak to you.
I know you can't, but here we are.
We have spoken to the eagle that resides here in Helheim. She watches from afar while I battle was the bridge keeper in our prior journey now. Watch from afar while I battle the bridge keeper in our prior journey. Now, by releasing time, we are beholding 6 tears in Helheim. Hearts of Algar is not pleased, but does not appear to be our enemy. That is yeah, because it's fucking massive and you die. By you, I mean me.
That was a bloody heartier sort of grim. These won't be easy tunnels for the dwarves to take back.
I'm assuming that's a side quest, but it didn't specifically say that there was a quest started. And yes, I remember saying that. I think that was I thought it was the dog. It was not the dog. It was the bird.
Ah, we've seen these troughs before, haven't we, brother?
Have we? Oh, we have. So we have.
I'm not gonna pretend like that wasn't pointless. That was incredibly pointless.
I'm not sure where I want that to go, though.
Hold on. Because of anything. He is a funny looking kid.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That worked. Shall we?
This opinion of yours, was that the reason you proposed this alliance? You expect me to lead your armies at Ragnarok? That is Tyr's job, not mine.
It's plain to see Tyr's no war god anymore.
Nor am I. I have left that life behind.
Not killing gods, you haven't. Or else what are we doing in this realm? Forging this weapon? Your choice. You know where it might lead.
I am only protecting my...
I know. And we both know the places protecting your child can take you.
That is fair.
I have spelled his name wrong every time I've spelled it. Was that something? I think that was something that Kratos told Atreus, like in the early game, in like the first game. Don't be sorry, be better. And like, I know like these are supposed to be like these moments of like, oh, because we've never seen Kratos be like this before. Yes, the fuck we have.
He's had moments of vulnerability with his daughter, especially like.
Yeah.
It's just been very rare.
I mean, to be fair, like there's only one game where Calliope is visible.
Yeah.
And that's in one of the PSP games. And in that game, he foolishly gave up all of his powers into this, like he punched the blade into a tree and pushed all of his powers into the tree because he was going to stay in the Elysium field with her spirit. But then again, I'm guessing that's, I don't know.
I mean, again, for his child, he's willing to do anything.
I said nothing.
They'll be even more dangerous until we stun them.
Alright, cool. Alright, let's go in here and get this cutscene out the way. And then we'll be done for the night. Yeah. No.
God. Can't do this without you, Kratos. Did you know that standard attacks can be blocked by holding L1? It's not the first time I've read this tonight.
Oh yeah, you know something. don't know how many of y'all have noticed, but Kratos clearly wears eyeliner. My man's.
He likes to
Oh,
look good.
like that's literally it. We're just gonna go there.
Where's the thing that they keep saying that I need to kill?
You don't have a choice.
Incoming poison up above! Atreus' mother was a giant, isn't that right?
She was one of the Jotnar.
Yes. I didn't mean she was tall as a house. I know not all giants are giants.
Not that there's anything wrong with a disparity in size. Or number of limbs, say.
Nothing in the world.
Probably could have used that to my advantage, but you know. When have I ever done that?
Oh, let's get this. Nope.
Up there.
Up there? Up where?
There we go.
Oh. There, diagonally.
Yep. Well, you know what? Well, I guess that with that being said, in the next episode, we will do a bit of a detour, go check out some other places, see if there's some side quests we could knock out.
There.
But Mark, last words.
Why is it you ask?
I was just thinking of
Try
how
to
we can antagonize
try to
the
always like
giants.
utilize all the
Nearly
resources
wipe them out of existence
that you
twice.
have available to you,
Now
even
may
if you
have a
don't
role
necessarily
play
know
in
about
stopping
them.
him once and for all. Don't you think it's
All right, y'all heard the man.
Do not
Get out.
presume to know what.
Get out!
I'm not saying anything you haven't thought.
Oh my god! I said I was gonna lay down at 2 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock.
Maybe if you
I'm a
talked about
fucking
your doubts,
moron.
they wouldn't explode when you talk to your son.
I do not doubt. She knows what I left behind. She would never have asked that of me.
Would she need to ask? She saw your fate. 3 of Odin's kin dead because of the path she put you on. You don't think she knew exactly what it meant, sending you to Jotunheim?
This is mere conjecture and probably quite enough of it, Highness. We're all making
Like,
an effort
whatever
to
that is,
cooperate
it's just-
here, after
It's not
all.
strong enough to start it.
You're right.
It was strong enough to.
It's not for me to say.
All right, let's get that wheel turning. Ah, teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
What's your sight?
Oh, there's 2 of them now. That is exactly what I want to hear.
Left side!
Glad to hear it. I'd like to think overall I'm doing a little bit better than I was.
Well, who's ready for some fresh air after that? Everyone? Thought so.
It is close. I can feel it.
I can feel it. There's a rift. Should I touch it, Martin? Should I touch the rift? Okay. It was just stuff.
Look, I wasn't trying to provoke you or cast doubt on your marriage. It just seems to me your thoughts haven't caught up to your instincts yet. And I know something about that.
Do not presume to know. You got that, Martin? Do not presume to know. How presumptuous.
When we get out of here, I'll give you some space. Let you think carefully about whether you're ready for what it means to make this weapon and to use it. Meanwhile, I'll see what else I can learn while we're here.
The Forge.
Maybe I'll send a few Einherjar back to Valhalla for good measure.
Well, you have fun now.
Hey, you made it. About time. I got everything all set here. Now we just gotta push on up to the fort.
Folky!
Long as you know that ain't the way to the forge.
Haven't I been here? Yeah, I've been here. This is the place with the trains. That was with Atreus in. Okay. You were there when I redid a part. Why is there a heart on this? But were you really there?
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but could we just come back to this one? Trust me.
Okay, so yeah, I still don't have the thing I need for that.
Well, so much for following me. Fine. Let's see what you find. Hey, try sticking your hand in that thing.
In the... Yeah.
Kidding, you scruff scarper.
Right side, brother!
Oh, hello.
Did you get caught?
Did you get caught? I also wasn't exactly counting on Freya to just fuck off. Yeah. I just got killed by a centaur lady. I'm not doing that again. Yeah, I do. I'm just leaving. I'm not going that way.
You sure did go to pains coming here, busting old Tyr loose. What a prize he turned out, huh? It's time to steal my kitchen.
Could you imagine if there was just a pacifist option? Do I have like a long trek with Brock? Because I really like the answer to be no. Oh. Just do. Not like Brock.
Better take out that nest or it'll be eyeball city out here.
I just don't like that he doesn't have the same abilities that my other companions do.
Whenever you want to die, I'm right here. These mutts, no wonder they should. Hey, calling all sector Who you think you are, huh? You don't even know what's gonna happen to you.
Am I supposed to?
Hang on. Almost got it. There. Well, come on in, stranger.
I never do get used to that trick.
Locals up ahead. Act civilized and hopefully nobody springs an alarm.
The wolf and murmuring.
Protective gear. Ain't you never seen a legend in the flesh before? Well, that ain't no good. You see what's wrong here, don't you? Those creepy flying eyeballs made a nest up on the cables. We gotta figure a way up there and clear them all.
I mean, the locals don't seem too concerned about it.
Above you, brother!
Also, to be fair, they don't seem concerned with much of anything if it doesn't need to be bothered with.
Okay, looks like that wheel up there opens the gate. Not that we can reach it. No grappling up there. Why don't you look around, see if there's a way to lift this lid? Now we're talking. Hang on, coming around.
Brother, did you notice the dwarves of the camp were twice as alarmed to see Brock than they were to see you?
They did seem surprised.
All right. Now I can turn this crank and cap that guy. You just give me the signal when you're ready.
Now,
On it!
Oh,
Turn it.
Copy that.
I wasn't ready.
Turn it again.
Aye, aye.
Turn it again.
He is dead.
This isn't God of War Ascension.
Gotta have them both stop at once, see? Hey, I got the crank covered. You do the other stuff. Look around. Find an
Go back.
angle. Ain't this what you do?
I thought I just had to freeze that over there.
Once more.
Aye, aye.
We need a new vantage point, brother.
Ah. Need a new vantage point.
Ah, promising.
Again.
Again. I was hoping that would do something more. But clearly it did not. There we go.
There you go. Right on the money. Get so, come on through and get those cables.
I feel like there's way too many of these rune attacks.
Well, I think they seen it.
What was your first clue?
Finally! Now we can ride on up to the fort. Come on! The lady's waiting. Hey, got another riddle for you. What gets bigger, the more you take away from it?
Well, let's see. Abstract respect. Appetite? No, that doesn't work.
Stump the stump.
Oh, isn't that clever? Vampire.
What gets bigger the more you take away from it?
Ooh, that's brisk. Think I'll grab some for the lady.
Grab some what? The wind?
No, you idiot. The sound of the wind.
How?
Watch and learn. See? Dwarven magic's all about the intangibles. The relationship between the stuff what you can touch and what you can't. It's about understanding.
Understanding what?
I just halfway expected them to put a bird on this trail just to be a dick.
Form of the thing. Hang on. I smell trouble. Hey, Bumphair!
Ow.
Come on!
Ow.
What the? Hey, get up!
It just hurts so bad.
Hey! Calling all pecker grips! Hey, Bartlett! I don't know what you're waiting for. I'm right here.
So this lady then,
The Lady of the Forge. Ain't no more magical creature in this whole realm. Why, I've been waiting for my chance to meet her since I was knee-high to a Noken. But Sindri had never happened. Said I too good. But today's finally the day. Whoa! I got goosebumps on my bunions.
I got goosebumps on my bunions.
I've never seen you so reverent. Are you nervous?
What? Shut up. No, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Go on, Pasty. Turn the crank. Let's do this.
It does not work.
Huh? What is it this time? Oh, fuck no. Do I gotta fix everything in this dang city my own self? I'm gonna need a couple of things. Follow me. Yeesh, this place ain't in some disrepair. It's disrespectful, I tell you.
I tell you.
I need that axe of ours to go kiss that material out yonder. The spiky silvery stuff. You'll figure it out.
The spiky silvery stuff.
This lady, what does she do?
Well, we'll both see soon enough, won't we? I know this, though. If we're real lucky, she'll give us her blessing. Doesn't give them to every piece, but the ones she does, there's something to behold.
The axe?
Well, that particular process was a whole nother cluster hump. Maybe sometime I'll spin you that tale.
Okay. Still don't have the stuff to do stuff with that. I know.
Faye's the only one who ever got my highbrow sense of humor. Damn fine woman she was. Apart from her taste in men, of course. Now I need a chunk of that bronze material over by all that busted up wood. Back in those days, I'd get so caught up in trying to be the best that I'd work till I plumb dropped. Time goes by and there's less to prove. You learn to keep your own pace. Save your extra effort for when it's personal. Like for when you finally get to show the lady who you are. Wow, Goldie, you sure did give up on that riddle in a hurry.
I give up nothing. Gets bigger the more you take away, is it?
That's right.
Sorted. It's desire.
Nope.
What do you mean, no? Desire only grows when you take away the thing you desire. All right, it's not perfect, but let's hear your answer.
Oh, you won't get it out of me that easy. All right, let's get back to business. One more crank to turn and it's on to the forge.
I see no forge.
You don't see the form of a forge, but we're going to the nature of one.
I was almost following him for a moment there.
We're good. Crank it.
Crank it. Oh, it's a diving bell. Well, that's neat.
Where's the forge?
Here she comes. She needs the final ingredient. The blood of a god.
Ah.
Give her your hand.
Not that Kratos probably is like all that upset about it, but you could have mentioned that earlier. Okay, it's the symbol.
Victor, almost forgot. Ma'am, it would be an honor if you might bless it for us. Are you, hello? Hello?
Fuck off.
The fuck was that? She acts like I weren't even here.
Mermaids don't speak to our corporeal bodies. They speak to a part of our soul. A part specifically you might be missing.
Oh.
Fuck! Damn it, Sindri, you lion cat scrubber! I knew it. I died. I fucking died! The fuck you want?
It needs a blessing.
Yeah, well, the one to give us the blessing just fucked off into the tomb.
It needs the blessing of a great blacksmith.
What? No, I can't bless shit. I don't have all my soul bits. The blessing wouldn't mean squat.
It is the nature of a thing that matters, not its form.
this weapon strike true. May it be wielded with wisdom. May it be put down when its job is done.
Let us return home.
Now you know I can't let you take our new gal home without giving her a twirl. Look! We got volunteers!
There we go.
Right side! That's the stuff! Ain't your first time with the spear, I reckon!
It is the first weapon a Spartan learned.
What hell? Ain't this just like old times here?
To put it more forebodingly myself.
Nasty head! You alright, Roll it all you like! Drop narrow, make more!
Okay, so 5 is the low. Not at first. Ow. Oh, I poisoned. I got poisoned. That's the part that mattered. That's fair.
Now you know I can't let you take our new gal home without giving her a twirl. Look! We got volunteers! That's the stuff! Ain't your first time with the spear, I reckon!
It is the first weapon a Spartan learned.
What hell? Ain't this just like old times here?
Couldn't have put it more forebodingly myself.
What's it do? Hey! Think maybe you want to try out that new spear or what?
much as I would love to keep using this, I think I'm gonna have to, like, switch to a weapon that I'm used to for right now until I get used to this one.
Now you know I can't let you take our new gal home without giving her. Look! We got volunteers! On your right! Guys, you watch out!
First weapon a Spartan learned.
What hell? Ain't this just like old times?
Just put it more comfortingly myself. Ah, give him what for? Brother, that groom's found a perch on high.
God, the amount of damage they do. Like, I'm sure there'll be fancy things I can do with this, but I just am having the most trouble with it right now.
Now you know I can't let you take our new gal home without giving her a twirl. Look! We got volunteers! Good hit, brother. That's just ain't your first time with the spear, I reckon.
It is the first weapon a Spartan learned.
What hell? Ain't this just like old times?
Couldn't have put it more forebodingly myself. That groom's found a perch on high.
I'm getting the hang of it.
It will serve.
One left.
To be fair, I did say I wanted a long-range weapon with Kratos.
Well, hell, looks like you already found a weak spot. Let's get climbing. we're doing this one boy style. Listen, I appreciate what you said back there. It's good to have friends when you find out your brother's a rack-scabbing liar.
No doubt he only wished to protect you.
Weren't his call to make. The guy dies, he's got the right to know about it.
Take heart, Brock. We all die sometime. Many of us more than once.
No, never mind all that. We gotta finish putting the spirit through her paces. Come on! Might have to get creative up ahead. Oh, lick my spit! There's eyeball nests all over! Get your throwing arm in gear! Right side, brother! Good there! Get the dang shit!
I mean, I would if I knew where it was.
Behind you! Incoming! Better take out that nest or it'll be eyeball city down here! Stop pumping around and smash that thing before more things come out! Watch it up! Don't you see where they're coming from?
I mean,
Hit
I
it already!
do now.
Setting off a spear in anything like that's a sure way to alter your circumstances on the right quick. See? You're a natural! Any more guesses, belt boy?
Oh, all right. Gets bigger the more you take away. Ah, is it time? Because the more removed from events you become, the larger their scope in your memory. No, that's bollocks now that I say it. Never mind.
Bullocks.
Today's all right.
Oh no.
Them eyeballs are taking over this ground. We better beat them out. Let's go! Show me what you got! Ready
I
for your
suppose.
next lesson? Take note of that there whatchamahoos. Get a decent angle and fling a spear into it head on. Not seeing no weak spots here. Look out below!
Bit late for that.
Got one last favor to ask of the both of you, and we can call it square. What happened down there in the forge with the lady? That's my story to tell, all right?
Agreed.
Oh, very well.
These ugly bugs. Maybe those Grim will take him down. Nope. You're gonna look dandy as a red splotch on this here hammer. Show me what you got.
Poison, right side. Nasty, hey. You all right, brother?
Okay.
Did you get caught?
What do you think?
These ugly bugs. Maybe those Grim will take him down. Nope. I'm right here, you bastards! Let go already! Surprise! Show me what you got!
Poison left side. Come on, Kratos. Off your back.
I should probably get in the big arena.
These ugly bugs. Maybe those Grim will take him down.
As much as I want to keep using my new toy, I really probably should not until I upgrade it. Or, you know... Oh. Okay.
These ugly bugs. Maybe those Graham will take it. Nope. Hey, Bartlett! I don't know what you're waiting for. I'm right here. Show me what you got. Hoisting it back! Nasty, hey! You all right? They're behind you!
Oh my god, there's so much.
Hoisting it back! Left side!
There's so much.
Did you get caught? These ugly bugs. Maybe those Graham will take you, brother! You don't got what it takes! Woo, boy! That's probably enough heart pumping for me today. You pick up the loot. I'll set up shop over yonder.
I see a shorter path.
Aye.
Let Brock improve your gear before we go.
Thank you, Brock. It is a good spear.
Damn straight it is. Reckon I see how you'll be getting down from up here. Best I find my own way back. Been too auspicious a day to end it working and working.
Oh, there was a third one.
Oh, is that the way down?
And I'll get those gates working for you.
I only hope Sindri's in one piece by the time Brock's done with him. The ice beneath those two is thin enough under the best of circumstances.
Where is everyone?
Now a good time. I just want to talk. Dad to Dad. Speaking of which, imagine my surprise when Atreus came knocking at my door. He's doing well, by the way, and will continue to do so just as long as I return to Asgard sometime soon. Besides, our friend here has a whole lot to live for.
Arguable.
Run along now, but behave yourself. New spear. Never much cared for Brock. Can't deny the dwarf's talent.
You care
more. Do you, Kratos? All that blood on your hands, on your son's hands. I want peace as much as you do. Perhaps we can find it together.
He's lying.
That boy of ours is everything I expected. So clever, kind. You sure he's yours? A kid. You really ought to be very proud. He is the key to peace in our age, to break free from all this fate and prophecy.
My son is not your key.
Oh, God, do they not have metaphor in your homeland? Or rather, did they? I'm sorry, that's not fair. I know you're not the god you once were. Now is your chance to prove it.
Return my son, or you may meet the god I once was.
And what kind of god is that, Kratos? What do you even know of godhood? In your lifetimes, has anyone ever worshipped you? Ever prayed to you? Can you even imagine that kind of love? No! You don't care about mortals. You don't care about anything beyond yourself. Beyond the monster who kills without cause. You fear what you can never even hope to understand. Is it any wonder that your boy is in no rush to come back to you?
Don't listen to him, brother. He's just trying to get in your head. Superior bastard. The nerve of him showing up here. At least you rattled him as much as he rattled you.
Good timing. Let's see what Brock made you.
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
Enemies on the left. Brock.
Jesus Christ.
That's the weapon? A drop near spear?
The Dropnir spear.
Well, any given number of Dropnir spears, I suppose.
Come on, I found a gate. We just need to take the train down.
I do worry, though, if I'm being frank. We've crafted a weapon to kill a god. One could say you're on the verge of returning to form.
Does it scare you? Aiding another violent god?
I'm scared for you, brother. That spear could start a war. The war. If that no longer concerns you, then maybe Freya's right. Maybe the Giants had you in mind all along.
No, wait, is that? Oh yeah, it's the other side. Why did I do that? Oh, okay. Where's the third? I am seriously just not seeing it. Mind you, I am pretty blind, so not like it's super surprising. Hmm. I don't expect it would be that far out. But you know, I mean, some of them are pretty terrible. just do not see it. Usually not that far out. Just also be blind. Blind. Which I am apparently. So that was the purpose of this train earlier.
So this Draupnir spear, you're prepared to use it?
To protect Atreus. I am no one's champion but his, nor no one's god. That may be my form. It is not my nature. Do you understand?
I guess a difference of opinion is hardly the most I'm setting aside for this alliance. As long as the plan is to kill Heimdall, the rest matters little.
There's also the bit of news that Odin has some inkling of what we're up to.
I thought I heard ravens. Damn it. What did he say?
Lies, threats, and more lies. What did you expect?
You think he lies that Atreus is in Asgard?
No. On that, I'm afraid I believe him.
Then the rest matters little.
I saw a gateway near here, overlooking the bay. We can get to it with your spear, I think. This way.
Another Berserker gravestone. You know what to do, brother.
Not right now, I don't.
Hey, big guy.
Speak.
Need you to get something for me. A hammer.
A weapon.
No. A forge hammer. Little thing. Symbol of the old resistance. Guild, solidarity, all that. Or it used to be anyway, till the Aesir buried it under that big, gaudy dwarf statue in the bay. Might do the dwarves some good to see it again.
You're not worried that might draw the Einherjar's attention?
The old father nearly slit my throat just to get to you. I might be past giving a shit what he thinks. Just find me at the bar when you've got it.
You'll certainly be able to reach new areas in the bay with that spear.
Aye. Might be worth looking for Durlin's hammer while we're at it. Your choice, of course.
Ooh.
Looks like Durlin's taken to locking his doors. Hard to blame him. I've little doubt the tavern is his primary office anyway. Meeting the Lady of the Forge really brought back some memories. I thought it was only in my homeland you'd see such things.
Mermaids who forge weapons.
Aye. I remember very fondly a lake nymph called Nimue. Very talented with a sword.
Mimir.
I meant that literally. Shame on you. She made the best swords in all the Isles and had big dreams about what she'd do with them one day. I wonder what became of her.
Well, that's enough of that for now.